Hello! In this video, we take a look at transmissive materials in Blender EEVEE and, like in my previous video, compare it to cycles. Before we get started, please let me know in the comments, did you use EEVEE yet? If so, what for? Post links to your work and please like and subscribe. Thanks guys! So what are transmissive materials? Transmissive materials let the light, and effectively whatever might be behind the object, shine through. In most cases, the material also has a so-called index of refraction, or IOR for short. This IOR determines how much a light ray bends when entering and exiting the material. For example, light traveling through air and into glass. Or, on this Wikipedia page, coming out of water and into the air. This refraction causes the distortions we can observe, and you can find lists of different IORs of materials online. An index of 1 is the IOR of a vacuum. Air actually has an IOR slightly above 1, water is 1.33, and different types of glass are around 1.4 to 1.5. The default IOR we get in Blender's glass and principled node is 1.45. Okay. So let's take a look at EEVEE first. I'm using 2.8 Alpha 2 here. In this scene, I have an HDR background from hdrihaven.com and a monkey head with 3 subdivisions and smooth shading. The material is a principled BSDF node with 0 roughness, an IOR of 1.45 and transmission set to 1. So a perfect glass material, if you like. Rotating the viewport, we can see that this looks very nice, and it is pretty amazing that this is possible in real time. But, like many things in EEVEE, it is not really physically correct. For example, if I rotate to the back of the head, we notice we can't see the eyes or nose or chin of the monkey. From this point, it looks more like a glass sphere. One thing we can try is switching the blend mode over to alpha blend and switching on show backside. But this really doesn't look correct at all now. So I switch it off again. If anyone has a solution for this, please let me know. Now let's rotate to the front again and place a simple green plane in the background. I also make it an emission shader so it's more visible. We can immediately see that there is something missing. We get the distorted background image in the monkey, but we can't see the green plane. For that to work, we need to switch on screen space reflections and also refraction, and go to the monkey's glass material and switch on screen space refraction here as well. Now we can move the plane around or rotate our view and get refractions of the other objects in the scene. But when we take a look at the back of the head, the reflections of the green plane are gone. The reflections of the environment are still there. So currently in EEVEE, transmissive materials, we can either get the reflections to show up or make other objects visible in the refractions, but not both. If you know about a solution, please let me know in the comments. In 2.8 alpha, we now also get a very simple simulation of caustics. Let me demonstrate that by adding a white plane underneath and a point lamp above. I also turn down the environment light. You can see the effect here under the monkey when I move the light around. A limitation I found is this. The color of the glass material doesn't actually change the color hue of the light passing through. For example, a white lamp above a red glass monkey should shine a red light onto the white plane underneath, but it doesn't. Right, so in EEVEE we get crazy speeds, and for simple transmissive materials and objects, actually very nice results. Definitely usable for things like windows or windshields and those kinds of objects where we need, let's call it an illusion of glass or other transmissive materials. With more complex meshes, we can see the limitations EEVEE currently has. Now we quickly take the same scene into cycles. Of course, here we have no real-time viewport, and each tiny modification needs to be re-rendered, which noticeably slows down with transmissive materials in the scene. They also create a lot of noise and fireflies that can only be reduced by increasing the samples, clamping the light, or denoising the rendered image. You can see here how slow just 32 samples render. But what we always get with path tracing, like cycles, without any special magic tricks, are physically correct reflections, refractions, light actually passing through the object and lighting the scene, and also reflective and refractive caustics, which we can see here on the ground plane under the monkey. Let us now compare a few renders of this very simple scene. The photorealism of cycles, of course, looks absolutely spectacular. But looking at the render times here, I don't think I could do any kind of relevant animation. That's it for this video. I'm still experimenting with Blender 2.8 EEVEE, so please let me know if I missed anything. If you learned anything in this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming Blender 2.8 videos. Have a great day. See you soon.